some of the games going on tonight. Brothersville's at New Madrid County Central, and Brothersville took a pretty good thump last week at Kennet, and it's not going to get any easier for them tonight. Haytie's at Chaffee, Kelly's at Crystal City, Mullins at Scott City, Dexter at Donovan, East Prairie at Kennet, Saxton at Jackson, and Farmington at Cape Central, and that's Cape Central's homecoming. And I think it's New Madrid's homecoming tonight, too. So
Is it?
it's a lot of good football going on. Both these teams playing out of Class 1, District 1, at which at this time, Hayti with the 3-0 start is atop that district, followed by St. Vincent's, Mullins, Scott City, Charleston, Perryville, and Chaffee. So,
Haytie's the elephant in the room.
You bet.
In that district, they've been the best for the last few years, and so far nobody's shown any inclination or ability to knock them off. But these teams come in at 1-3, but they're the last few years they haven't played bad. They haven't really had any great teams, but they haven't had any bad teams. Portageville last week got down real early in the game, got down quite a bit early in the game, and had to go more to the passing game than they really wanted to. But because of that, their quarterback Mason Adams had over 200 yards passing. Charleston last week. Charleston lost to Kelly last week, and we've seen Kelly play. They lost by 7 to Kelly. Kelly's a pretty good team.
You betcha. I think they're 4-0 right now with wins over several pretty good teams. And Charleston must have played pretty good football last week because, Kelly's, as you said, a nice team.
Kelly's a nice team. But Charleston, just from looking at statistics, I think they're going to be with the ground attack. They had lots of guys, run over 40 yards last week. Cameron Chappell, Agenora Wells, quarterback Thomas Murray, and then Rico Coleman, of course, the basketball star.
Yes.
They all had, 75, 58, 78 yards, 45 yards. So they've got a lot of weapons at running back, and I would think Charleston's going to be running the ball. And Portageville is going to be wanting to run the ball more than they did or had the opportunity to do last week. But one thing we got a beautiful night for it.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
It is beautiful. We're at Jim McKay Stadium, of course, named after the Hall of Fame coach from Portageville from back in the 70s and 80s. And this is got a nice crowd. Portageville has a nice crowd. Charleston got some that traveled. But it's just a beautiful night. And I'm looking forward to this.
I am too, Terry. It always amazes me because it's the same every year when it starts out, the first couple games. You sit in the booth and, man, you sweat, you fight the mosquitoes, and every week it gets a little cooler and it turns into football weather. And we've got football weather tonight.
When it starts getting football weather, you don't have to fight mosquitoes.
I like that.
I like that
but
a lot.
Last week we had to fight the grasshoppers. and I thought about you and that grasshopper all week, and every time I couldn't help but laugh because you and him had that staring contest there for a while.
Yeah, I know it. It was. But really, it was amazing the swarm of grasshoppers we had in the booth. I don't know if they were around the rest of the stadium or not, but boy, they liked us.
They liked the Kennet game last week.
They sure did.
Well, Terry, let's take a break for the national anthem, and we'll be back with the start of this game in a moment.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
I think we're about ready to play some football at
I think
Portageville.
so. Getting ready to have the officials are coming out. I have the coin toss here in just a minute.
Yeah, this could be one of the better games to watch.
I think it is. It's just the way they match up, and they're both have good athletes, and not just looking at the what they've done this year. It lines up to be a good matchup.
It sure does. And the Portageville's win came against East Prairie. And East Prairie got a pretty nice team.
Yeah.
Boy, I understand.
They started out the year playing pretty well,
Yes.
and Portageville did beat them. But the Charleston's win came at Chaffee, and they've only played. There's one common. East Prairie, I believe, is the only common opponent,
I think that's right.
and of course Charleston beat them, and Prairie defeated Portage.
Well, we've got the captains, the middle of the field. Looks like we've got Windsor as one of the captains, and number 14 is Benthal. Number 62 is Ryan Noble, and number 7 is Parker Hall. And we can't see the Charleston. Number 6, down on the sideline for Portageville, Mason Adams, sophomore.
He's the
warming up.
quarterback.
Yeah.
He's the quarterback. He had over 200 yards last week. Charleston comes in. They're coached by
Justin Hutchings.
Justin Hutchings. Of course, the Bulldogs, Ian Penrod.
We've you and I've talked before the game. It's always good to come to Portageville, whether it's football or basketball. We always enjoy it. They treat you very well. They help you out, and we appreciate that.
Sure do. Portageville, they're in blue uniforms. Charleston, white jerseys, blue pants. Portageville won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Portageville kicking off to Charleston.
Before we get started, Terry, I want to say hello to Phil Sanny at Ballin. Talked to Phil today. He said, still having a little health problems. Phil, we wish you well. We're glad you tuned in tonight, you and your beautiful wife. And we hope we do you a good job. And keep us posted if there's anything that you need announced or if we're doing wrong. You let us know, Phil.
I'm sure he will, especially that part if we do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not that we wouldn't do that to him.
Not that we wouldn't do it to him either.
Phil's a good fella, followed high school sports, very supportive, very good family.
Well, Phil's one of the best people I know.
Yeah, I agree. I hope he didn't hear that. I hope he went
I know it. He
to the
had to go,
kitchen or
he
something.
went to the kitchen get a Coke.
We're ready. The kicker for Portageville tees it up. Is that Alec Winter, number 1?
No, I believe
4.
number 4.
Thomas Frack. He was our quarterback last. Frack quarterback quite a bit. Oh, a little squib kick. And fell on number 54 for Charleston. Fell on the ball. Very smart move.
Right.
It's so easy sometimes to want to reach down
Okay,
and pick
they're
that ball up. Well, something's happened. We're going to re-kick it.
going to re-kick. I don't know what happened. No flags were thrown.
Well, we'll see what happens again as Rack tees it up. Now he's ready to go. Charleston has a couple speedsters back.
And they're ready for the onside kick.
Puts his leg in that, but it takes it on the 30-yard line, and he takes it around. He's got some running room, Terry. Cuts it up the middle. He's still going at the 40, and they
finally get him out of there.
Well, they finally got him out of bounds. I thought he was going to go there for a second. Nice return on that kick. Looks like they're going to start it.
That's a step. Yeah, I thought it was inside 30, but he must have stepped out.
Yeah, back this about a yard short of the 30-yard line.
Charleston's in the full backfield. They only have one player split.
Back under center. And after the first man through, looked like he might have gained a yard or two. Number 8, quarterback for Charleston. That is Thomas Murray. Terry, looked like we got the same formation.
Yep.
Off to number 36, I believe. Takes it around the right side. He's got some running room, and he is taken down or out of bounds just shy of the end zone. And that brings us to the Baker IH red zone. For all your hardware and international parts need, visit Baker Hardware at 11 of their regional locations.
Chappell, who's the leading rusher last said, that was Chappell on the carry. Picked up about 9. And as we thought, Charleston is going to stick to the ground, although not quite the full backfield.
Single man back to him. Takes it around the left side. Good defense by the Bulldogs to throw him for a loss. Nice defense.
Honor Jeffries, one of the tacklers. Portageville was able to contain that. They runner went inside, tried to bounce out. Portageville defense had him contained.
We hope everyone that's tuned in is enjoying Acor's film tonight. They got 2 cameras down on the field, 2 up here, and so let us know how it's working out. Got a man in motion, number 2. He faked out. He looked down and under pressure, but he wings it in, intercepted by Portageville.
Yeah, that was not a good decision to throw that ball. He was under pressure, but he threw it into crooked coverage.
And he had a man out there he could have dumped it off to, but he was under pressure.
Yeah, he tried to go for the end zone, and he didn't have good footing. He did not have it was a flag thrown, but they picked it up. But he didn't have enough time. He was under pressure, and it was just a poor decision. Sometimes you just got to eat it.
That's right.
That would have been a good time to do that.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we'll see what Portageville does for their first possession this evening. They've got probably about, what, Terry, 91 yards or so, or farther to go for the end zone. Can't see down that far.
It's about the 5-yard line. That's where they are. Somebody, there's going to be a penalty on somebody. Charleston thinks Portageville was moved first, but Portageville's looking at Charleston, saying they were offside. There's procedure on Portageville. They moved first.
Yeah. It's going to back them up.
Not very far.
No, don't have far to back up.
And they can't back them up outside the end zone.
No. Well, we'll see what Portageville comes up with this time. Like Adams makes a snap. Tries to run it up the middle, and then I can't tell if they gained any that time, maybe a yard.
May have been Hawks running.
Brings up 2nd and 11. I also like to hold them back here. They'd get good field position. Punt.
They passed it intended for Bryce Hunt. Had him open. Threw the ball pretty well. Just could pull it in.
That's the
3rd and long.
3rd and long. Yeah, we'll see how Portageville handles this. They've got a long way to go and a long 3rd down.
Adams still in the shotgun. Back in the end zone now, going for all of it, and almost intercepted.
Oh, it sure was. In and out of his hand running. Well, they're going to have to give it back to Charleston.
Charleston's going to have good field position to start with.
Sure are.
He's back on the, I think he's on the back on the 4-yard line, I believe. Adams is going to punt out of his end zone.
Charleston's going to be trying to get through there and get a hand on that ball. And those quick boys from Charleston can get through there.
They almost did. Little rugby style punt. Going to be down by Portageville.
Down to 42, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Yes.
be back after this at Portageville with more football action.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Terry, what'd they do? They recover a fumble?
Right, they
Portageville?
recovered the fumble. Camarian Chapel, the primary running back for Charleston, carried the ball and had a good game. Was really almost had a first down, but then he fumbled, and Portageville recovers. Now they have decent field position.
Let's see the quarterback up, hands up. He brings it around the left side. Good defense by Charleston as they bring him down for a 3-yard loss. Good defense by the Bluejays. That's something the Bluejays always know something about defense.
They know something about it. They play a man-to-man.
Oh, yes, they do. Well, Charleston Portageville out of shotgun, got a man open, picked up about 5 yards because they had a 3-yard loss, so that's going to bring up 3rd down. Nice arm by the Portageville quarterback.
Good catch by Bryce Hunt, the receiver.
Yeah, that's
Marion Smith back in the backfield with Adams.
in motion. Number 1 brings him
Charleston
down.
bringing everybody.
Sure are, and they're looking, and he's going to throw it out of bounds and throws it almost up in the stands, out of the playing area, but that's going to bring up 4th down.
Even though it brings up 4th down, that was the smart thing to
Yes,
do.
it
Throw
was.
it out of bounds. He didn't have any open receivers. The only receivers he had in the area were well covered by Charleston.
And boy, Charleston had the pressure on him, too.
Yeah, we saw their linebackers, inching up towards the gap, and they came hard. Rico Coleman in the receiving the punt.
And Rico can move.
He can move. We've seen it the last couple of years.
Sure has. There's a snap, and
False start.
Our start. Back them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Few penalties here early in this game.
Yeah, neither team has hit any type of rhythm.
No, sure haven't. Back, Portageville up 5 yards. Like they're about 4 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage.
Right.
Comes around and he's going. Now he kicked a nice kick.
Again, he's employing the rugby style kick,
Sure
which
is.
has been more popular the last few years.
Going to start at the 35-yard line. We'll be back at Portageville after this.
Coleman.
Rico gained a game.
About 5.
Got 5, yeah. And that can't break loose on you and be gone.
Well, I think they've got a couple of running backs, and what it looks like they did last week, what looks like they're going to be doing tonight is using a lot of different running backs, keeping fresh legs backfield.
Yes, right. Well, we'll see that they're going to operate under center. Off number 5, and looks like he picked up a yard.
That's a Genoa Wells. Yeah, they've had a few offensive plays, and they've already had 4 different players run the ball.
Right. Now, that, as you said earlier, Terry, they're going to go with that ground game and utilize their speed, and I believe we're going to have
Must be an equipment issue.
must be. Yeah, I believe he's coming out. Number 36 in the game for Portageville. There's a handoff to number 2,
That's Coleman.
and he's maybe picked up a yard, but there's a flag. Maybe some holding back there.
Yeah, and it came from behind. From the official behind the defensive line, and those usually are holding calls.
Yes, yeah. Officials discussing it.
Block below the knees against Charleston. That's a.
Going to back them up pretty good.
No, let's back up. Hit below the knees against Portageville.
Oh, he called it wrong the first time. Didn't he point to?
He pointed to Charleston. Now that let's figure out where they're going, which direction they're
Yeah, they're
going
going to
in.
go toward. Well, here we go toward
okay.
Portageville.
Okay. Penalties on Portageville. I think we got that now.
And that's going to advance the ball to the just shy of the 50-yard line. Charleston will be first down from. Well, we might as well call it the 50. I believe the nose of the football.
It's the nose of the football there.
Rico Colbert gets back visiting the quarterback, and so you got to be careful. They're going to hand off to him, and he's going to cut up. Now he's going to kick it back to the quarterback, and it's a free ball. And Charleston they're going to gain on this.
They're going to gain. They got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what could have been a disaster, they got back to the line of scrimmage.
They were most fortunate, to say the
they
least.
Were.
The timing of that play never was there. The handoff originally to Coleman was muffed, and then Coleman ran into like two Bulldogs, and then his throwback to the quarterback was just not idyllic.
No, nothing just worked out.
Nothing worked out on that one. Best thing they did on that was only lose 1 yard.
That's true. We got man in motion. They kick it out to the left side, and boy, was he brought down by a good charging Bulldog defense.
Jamarian Smith. Nice containment there by Smith, the outside linebacker.
Well, what is it? Is it third down?
It's third down and almost 16.
Oh, boy, forever.
Yeah, especially if you're a running team.
You bet. Quarterback rolls out to the right, looking downfield. He's got a man. He throws it into a crowd and picked off. Threw it into the crowd of 3 to 4 defenders, and that was Windsor brought it back.
Nice pick by Windsor.
Sure
nice
was.
run back by Windsor. There's a penalty on the play, and just where it was thrown, it may have been blocking the back or a clip.
Let's see what the official says.
Personal foul against Charleston.
That's going to add to the gain, or the return, I should say.
He'll take it from the spot of the foul. The foul occurred behind the return.
Mm-hmm.
And it was out, and they've taken it from about the 50-yard line. I think
going to be spotted at the 44. Best field position that Portageville's had.
Portageville really hasn't had a whole lot of luck establishing the run.
No, they haven't. We'll see if they were drawn off or they just.
I think they drew him off. They did.
Had 2 dive in there. He got both of them to jump, but you only get 1 penalty, and they're moving the ball on the penalties now.
Well, one thing you can see about Charleston's defense is they're going to be very aggressive.
Yes. We got to operate now the shotgun, and now he looks over to the coach, gets a play, moves the player around.
Charleston inching up to get in the gaps to do some blitzing.
Now two men to the right. Quarterback fumbled the ball, picked up, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Jamarian Smith picked up the loose ball and advanced it a couple of yards. A couple of yards from where he picked it up. It's still a loss.
Going to be 2nd and 9. Say, look, Got a man out there. They hit him and get a gain of, 4 or 5 yards?
Got 4 or 5.
I heard a coach say one time, if you're going to play football and you continuously come up 3rd and long, it's going to be a long night. Let's see what Portageville does. We got a couple men wide to the right. Tried to draw them off again, didn't work. Look over to coach, get their signals. Operate now the shotgun. He's looking to pass. Got a man over the center and tipped by a Blue Jay.
That was good defensive play by Rami Turner.
Yes, it was.
He stepped in the path of that pass and almost picked it off. The safety had the man covered deep, but Turner cut in underneath and almost got the turnover. 4th down, going for it.
Going to go for it, and he breaks loose from a tackle now. He's got a man, throws it down, and good. And it's a touchdown by Alex Windsor on a very good pass by Mason Adams.
Well, that was some really good field recognition on Adams. He was pressured in the pocket, started to run it, and still was looking downfield to see if he could get anybody, see anybody open. And Windsor got himself open, and Moore put it on him, or Adams. I didn't.
That was 2 good players. The quarterback didn't give up, and Windsor just kept working until he got open, and the quarterback stood in there and delivered it. Well, it looks like, what are we going to do, Terry? We're going to.
Well, they're doing the thing where they line up the whole line and everything's way off the ball, but they're going to come, but no, actually cut it over to the running back who was behind the line 10 yards away.
Yeah, and that scores.
Now that one I haven't seen.
I haven't either. 8-0. Portageville takes the lead early. We'll be back in a moment.
To make the right decisions for your operation, you need 2 things: accurate, secure data and the ability to make it work for you. Introducing AFS Connect Advanced Farming Systems from Case IH. AFS Connect puts you in total command of your operation, bringing together your farm, fleet, and data like never before, with ongoing support from your Case IH dealer every step of the way, so you can increase efficiency year-round. Whether you're optimizing soil conditions, managing nutrients, planting, or harvesting, AFS Connect allows you to remotely monitor every machine. You'll have access to location, diagnostics, fuel, and engine data, giving you the information you need to make the right decisions for your operation. Now that's...
Well, they tried the same thing on that offside kick, and as he did to start the game, and number 54 did the same thing that he did. He fell on it.
Lane Morrow, the junior.
Yeah, pretty good-sized young man. We'll see what Charleston does. Lane Morrow, 6'3", 235, so he is pretty good-sized fellow.
Again, even though Charleston's down, they don't need to start throwing the ball too much, because they've only thrown it a couple of times and they haven't worked out either time.
No, that's right. They put a man in motion. The quarterback drives back. Now he's going to run it, takes it up the middle, and I think he got the first down. He's right at the line from where we're seeing.
Close.
I think he's got it. According to the spot. And they got a
Thomas Murray, the quarterback, he showed some speed there.
He sure did. They mark him a little short.
Yeah, that may have even been a called quarterback draw. He went back and he looked downfield, but he didn't look downfield very far or very long.
Yeah, had about a nice gain as they've had all night. Same formation. Quarterback has it, bringing around on the left side. Now he cuts it back up, and one man to beat.
Cuts back, caught from behind by the number 14, Trey Benthal. The run was Camarion Chappelle. He's been their primary rusher this year, and that was a really nice run.
Sure was.
Cut, showed some speed, but he got outside and cut back. Made another couple of cuts. They probably missed 4 or 5 tackles on him.
They're deep in the.
They're in the Case IH red zone.
Yeah, that moved them into the. It moved Charleston into the Baker Implement Case IH red zone for all your implement needs. See Baker Implement at one of their 11 region locations. Well, they're knocking on the door down there, Terry, trying to put 6 on the board to draw a little closer.
Yeah, that was another good run by Chappell. He's in the backfield now with Wells. Of course, Murray's under center. Murray goes right, passes back, and it was dropped. A little bit behind him, but the receiver was open and dropped the ball. It was a good play.
Yeah.
Good play, just wasn't executed well.
Yeah, they don't need to waste this. Kennett's up 13-0 at the end of the first quarter. Kennett had the ball inside the 10.
They Murray again. Chappell tried to go outside, and he was immediately met by a Portageville defender. He got away from him, but then he was stopped by about 3 guys. So now it's 4th and 4 with 4th and 3. They're, of course, going to go for it. They're on the 8-yard line, 4th and 3.
Also got a report from Robert Haas that Scott City Malden is behind 7-0 after 1 to Scott City Rams.
Scott City's a pretty good team.
Yes, they are.
But Malden's a much improved team.
Yeah, they've gotten better every week.
Fumble in the backfield. Portageville gets it.
Oh, my. Charleston shot herself in the foot getting that ball down there.
Had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
It's first quarter, and they've had 4 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Not going to win many football games that way, Terry.
No.
Sorry to say. But we'll see what Portageville does. They have a long way to go, but they did that a while ago and took it into the end zone on a nice pass, a nice reception.
They just did that with their passing offense.
Been a long quarter. How many minutes we got left in this?
Only about 20 seconds.
20. Well, we about got it behind us.
It's Adams with Smith in the backfield with him. Only single setback. Hand off to Smith and nothing there. He fought for an extra yard, but he was immediately stopped by the Charleston, the defensive line. That'd probably be it. Yeah, that'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Well, that's pretty good first quarter. The Portageville Bulldogs up 8-0, and we'll be back to start the second quarter in a bit.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckemeyer, Green, and Edwards.
Well, Terry, if Charleston could cut down on those turnovers, they could be back in this game.
Well, sure. I mean, they're in the game. I mean, it's one score game. It's 8-0, and Charleston's moved the ball pretty well. But man, 4 turnovers in the first quarter. You're not going to score much because you don't get the ball all that often.
That's the truth.
Except for the long touchdown pass, the 45-yard touchdown pass. Portageville hasn't moved the ball real well. So
that's true. Well, we'll see how Portageville starts the second quarter with the ball. They have a long way to go. Look like starting on about the 10-yard line.
Ball's on the 12 according to the scoreboard.
So we'll see. The quarterback back, looks out, got a man, number 22, threw behind him, so it'll bring up second down.
Well, those are dangerous passes. Those
Yes,
passes out in the flat. Even though there's single coverage on both receivers that are on the left side, throw that short. You throw that ball to the right to the other side of the receiver or short. That's a pick 6.
Oh boy, you can almost just dance into the end zone. Portageville's operating again out of the shotgun. He's got 2 men wide on the left. He's looking left. He's looking for a man. Now he's got a man wide open and nice reception beyond the 40-yard line. Looked like around the 42. Good throw. Another good catch by
Bryce Hunt.
Portageville.
Bryce Hunt, junior. Now Hunt that time, I think Charleston was playing for him to break out towards the sideline for a down and out, and he broke up the middle and was open. Safety wasn't there to cover it.
Yeah, he was wide open. Let's see what Portageville does. They move the ball on a nice pass. He's going to operate out of the shotgun again. Looks like same formation. Got the 2 men on the left. Now he puts 1 in motion. And now we're going to probably have 2 men in motion.
2 moving at the same time.
So that looks like going to back them up a little bit. A reminder that tonight's game is brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, the ag retailer of the future. Trust Nutrient Ag Solutions for access to the best-in-class solutions and service to help you lead the field this season and beyond. Portageville back, got a man overthrew him quite a little bit, so that want to bring up second and 15.
Good coverage by Clark of Charleston. The receiver was well covered on that pass. It's probably a pretty good overthrow.
Yeah, that's probably right. As the quarterback is going to operate again, and he's got 2 receivers to the right this time. He backs up, looks, kicks it to the left to the single receiver, and a gain of about 5.
Good open field tackle.
Yes, it was.
That was Smith on the reception. Open field tackle by Rami Turner.
A new advertiser with us this week is Mathis Funeral Home. Mathis Funeral Home is dedicated to providing service to families of Southeast Missouri with care and compassion. They are able to offer a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and custom. They will take the time to plan every detail and help you receive the burden of your family during the time of your loss. For more information, check the website at MathisFuneralHome.com. Mathis Funeral Home in Dexter, Bernie, celebrating life and healing grieving hearts.
And that last play was just a pass down the middle, well covered by Charleston, and passes overthrown.
As we're going to back up and we're going to kick it away, and Takes a bounce, takes a Portageville bounce, and comes to rest at the 38-yard line. Tuesday at 5:30, Terry McVeigh and Karen Vandever will bring you the Delta Fair Parade from Kennett. That broadcast will be brought to you by Todd Natwell, attorneys at law. Next Friday night, we will be at New Madrid for a matchup of two high-scoring teams. The New Madrid welcomes Kennett to town. Terry and I will bring you the action. Bobby Alford and Braxton Foster will be in Dexter to bring you Dexter homecoming game against Crothersville. You can catch all these exciting events on YHC TV Channel 21 on Sparkle Light Cable and YHC TV YouTube. Also, Go SEMO Fiber Local 95 and SEMO Sports Zone. Crothersville hands it off, and there's a gain of about 2 yards by number 1.
Rami Turner. You know, and what seems like Charleston's gotten a little bit impatient at times. Usually they end up throwing the ball on second down or even third down. When, you know, the running game's pretty good. They're going to break some, but they're going to pick up 3 to 4 yards.
That's right. Now they take it around and they pick up look like 2 to 3 yards that time, but good defense by Portageville. Say hello to my brother Clyde at Dexter. He's tuned in tonight watching this game. And if you find out any of the Dexter scores or anybody, please let us know.
Again, that's pick up 3 or 4.
Yeah, they just keep chipping away a little bit.
If they stay patient.
Yes. Because with their speed, at any time they could break one, take it the distance.
Yeah, they got 3 or 4 running backs that can break it.
Sure, yeah. There's a handoff,
That's
takes it on the left side, and he's going to get the first down, plus about 3, takes it to the 50-yard line, maybe beyond a couple yards.
That was a typical Charleston series.
Right.
Go back to Woody Hayes. That was kind of a 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's right.
And, of course, Woody always said about the forward pass, there's 3 things that can happen on a forward pass, and 2 of them are bad.
Now they hand off. They start the same runner, and looks like he picked up 3 yards.
That's Camarion Chappell.
Todd Natwell, LLP, is here for you. At the law office of Todd Natwell, you will find representations that cares about people. The team of Todd and Natwell aren't satisfied with quick resolutions. They are satisfied with the right resolution. Visit toddatwell.com or visit their office in Kennett, Missouri. Well, they're moving the ball pretty good. If they keep it up, and I believe we're going to have a false start.
Well, yeah, the running back got in motion too quickly.
Yeah, sure did. Stoneville Cottonseed knows owning the early is the key to winning the season. Stoneville gets out of the ground quicker and stands stronger. Stoneville is less vulnerable to weeds, weather, and insects during the most vulnerable time. And that proves the way for the stronger finish. Own the early with Stoneville. Charleston comes up to the line. Looks like they got the man quarterback under center, and it didn't go anywhere. I think they fumbled the ball, and I think Portageville has covered it. We could hear the coaches from Charleston up here in the booth trying to get them to call timeout. They could see something wasn't right.
They knew something wasn't right, and it sure wasn't. They were going to try like a double reverse, and I think the whole team wasn't in on that play.
No, they wasn't. I think it.
Everything gets confused, and you got blue shirts back in the backfield, and what happens is, most of the time is what happened just there. You got a fumble and a turnover.
Exactly right.
That's five turnovers for Charleston.
As the Bulldogs operate out of the shotgun, they hand off to and now he's looking downfield, and he's got a man, and just off his chest, it looks like from here, Terry.
Yeah, that's Windsor, the receiver, and Thomas Murray, the deep safety from Charleston, got back there and got in the way and deflected the pass. It was a good play. I mean,
yeah, it was.
That was Javarian Smith who tried the pass.
And we're going to have a penalty against, I believe that was maybe pass interference or personal foul or something. Didn't catch it, but they're marking off about 15 yards against Charleston.
Could have been pass interference because Murray was covering, but he's getting there late, and I don't know that he turned his head to look at the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Got to note that Kennan is now up 25-0.
Oh my! As Portageville has good, and they quarterback high snap, and he loses it, but he falls on it.
There's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Another procedure penalty against Portageville. Both teams have had trouble.
Yeah, they have
with the timing of the plays.
And
timeout Portageville.
We'll be back at Portageville in a moment.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennan. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
Terry, this has really been kind of a game of penalties.
Penalties and turnovers.
And it's maybe both of them can get it going. And, you know, Charleston was Charleston was moving the ball very well a while ago, and of course what they do, they shot themselves in the foot.
Coughed it up.
Yeah.
You know, five turnovers in just a little over a quarter. They're lucky to have nothing.
Isn't that the truth? And we're going to operate out of the shotgun. I see Kennett's up 25-0 now, and they kick it out on the left wing. And a good reception, and he gains a few yards, and another penalty flag.
It's like another penalty, and that could have been a face mask.
It could have been. We'll see what the official says.
Nope, a block in the back. After the reception is a block in the back against Portageville.
It's going to penalize Portageville on the play.
Moving back. First and 26 for Portageville. They only have 55 more yards. They can go back.
Yeah, there you go. Got a receiver out to the left, two out to the right. Quarterback looking. Pressure put on him. He fires it downfield, and I guess it was complete.
It was complete to Trey Benthal.
Nice
tight
pass.
end, he's junior. And another nice play by Adams where he was flushed out of the pocket but kept looking downfield. That's a field general for you.
You bet.
He knows where he is and he knows where his players are supposed to be.
That's exactly right. You got to give him credit for that.
That picked up about 16 of what they need.
And they're going to operate again, and he's got three men out to the right, but they hand it up the middle, and they gain a few yards. Looks like maybe 4 to 5.
Javarian Smith with the run. And if Portageville can complete some passes, that's going to open up the running game.
That's exactly right. Portageville has got a nice drive going. Quarterback looks, got a man. And number 14, reception, takes it to the right side. And he is tripped up, but I think he's into the red zone.
He is into the IH.
Yeah, that moves Portageville into the Baker Implement Company Case IH red zone. For all your implement needs, see Baker Implement at one of their 11 locations in our region.
Nice play,
Yes,
nice pass to Benthal across the middle. Tight end, came down, cut across the middle. The linebacker was trying to guard him, but he was behind him. He couldn't catch up to him. So that's, Portageville see that's how Charleston's going to defend the tight end. We might see Benthal on the receiving end in some more plays.
I think that's right. As they look to the coach for some instructions, now we're ready to go.
That penalty was on Portageville, moved them back to that 22 and 4th down.
It looks like they're going to go for it, and I don't blame them. Quarterback rolls around to his left. He's going to keep it. He's going to take it to the sideline.
Nice cut back, and I don't think he made it. He had to get past the 20, I believe, and I don't think he made it. He got past one Charleston defender and cut back, and I think he's going to be just a little bit short.
That's what it appears to be from our angle.
And the referees are talking about something. First down, Charleston.
Charleston football. We'll see how they can operate on this late in the second quarter.
5:28 to go in the second quarter. I don't know if anybody's calling timeout or just huddling.
That's what I was wondering.
Nobody's being charged with the timeout, at least not according to the scoreboard.
Let's see.
Everybody's huddling. Charleston has a huddle. Portageville has a huddle. Those guys in the striped shirts, they have a huddle.
No telling what's going on there. Now they're going to let us know.
No, I don't think they are. I think they're just going to say play ball.
I think so. They calling for the Charleston coach to come out. We don't know. We'll tell you as soon as we find out anything. Now the conversation with the Charleston coach is complete.
Top of the second, Cardinals are ahead 6-2.
All right.
O'Neill's hit another home run today.
Oh, yeah.
He hit one out of the park in the first game of the doubleheader this afternoon. Oh, they're redoing 4th down.
Redoing 4th down for some reason.
They gave us no signals.
No.
And I don't, there weren't offsetting penalties. I don't know.
That's the way it may. Looks like Portageville is going to hands it up the middle, and I don't think he's going anywhere.
Number 50 from Charleston grabbed him by the jersey. It's the marking Ewing. Grabbed Smith by the jersey to make sure he wasn't going to get that extra yard.
And I believe he succeeded in not letting him get it. That's going to bring it Charleston football.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens. Yeah. Got a Charleston player down.
Well, we got a moment. We'll read some more ads. We want to appreciate Mathis Funeral Home and Dexter and Bernie for coming on board. Mathis Funeral Home is dedicated to providing services to the families of Southeast Missouri with care and compassion. They are able to offer a wide range of services to meet your family needs and customs. They will take the time to plan every detail and help to relieve the burden of your family during their time of loss. So remember Mathis Funeral Home in Dexter and Burney.
They're tending to the Charleston player. He's sitting up now.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Hopefully he's okay.
Can't see his number. Is that Murray? No.
Is that number 6? I can't tell.
It's number 6. No. Oh, Tayshawn Clark, a freshman.
There were some young men named Clark a few years ago on that basketball team. It was pretty salty.
No kidding.
As Charleston will start with the first down on the 20-yard line. Looks like they hand it off, going around the left side. Now he cuts up the middle, and looks like he gained 2 yards.
Marion Chappelle, he's the workhorse in the backfield.
And we'll see what Charleston does on their second down. Charleston trying to utilize some of that speed, trying to get them to the outside. They hand off. Now they reverse it, bring it around to the right side, and good defense by Portageville.
Yeah, Alex Windsor, good defense from the cornerback to come up and cut that one short. Picked up a few, but that play was designed to pick up about 20.
Sure was. Well, we're going to see what Charleston's got drawn up to try to pick up that first down.
That was DJ Williams carrying the ball that time. That's about 5 different players carried the ball for Charleston.
Okay. Yeah.
There's Chappelle, another good tackle, but Portageville.
And that was a nice tackle.
That was Carson Bradley, a junior, making the tackle. Charleston with the timeout.
They got a timeout. We'll take one too. We'll be right back.
If you are needing legal representation, contact Mayor Law Office today. As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Mayor Law Office is proud to announce the addition of Sawyer Smith as an Associate Attorney upon completion of the bar. Whether your legal needs are personal injury, criminal defense, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Dustin and Sawyer are your tried and trusted local attorneys. Please call 624-7876 to schedule an appointment or visit mayorlawoffice.com.
Well, Terry, it's going to be what, a
4th and about 5, and Charleston's going for it.
That's what I thought.
From their own 25.
Maybe they're going to try to draw them off. If they don't do it, maybe they're going to call a timeout. But they don't. They hand the ball, and they're going to turn it over to Portageville, and pretty good Portageville.
Yeah, great
location.
Great field position for Portageville. They gave it off to Darian Carlisle, was the runner, who don't believe carried the ball. This game is probably about the 6th player that's carried the ball for Charleston.
Right. I don't know what we're doing out there.
Well, the
that
officials are looking.
Down, wasn't it?
looked pretty clear that he didn't make it.
No, it's a.
Charleston coach is having some conversation with the official. The referee is calling, and Charleston called a timeout.
Got an update from Scott City. Mullen is down 14-0 at half, so they've got a lot of catching up to do. Scott City got a nice team. Mullen been on a roll, so we'll see how that comes out. And we've got a timeout. Well, we'll just go ahead and take one too. Terry, maybe this we get this first half over with. Maybe both teams will meet with their coaches. They'll cut down some of these turnovers, and we'll get a pretty good second half of football.
Well, there's been lots of stoppages, lots of fumbles, lots of penalties.
Right.
And when you have that, there's no way any team can get in a rhythm.
No, that's true.
Okay, replaying fourth down again.
Sure don't understand, do you?
They're confusing me. Not that there's any,
no,
not that there's anything wrong with that or difficult about that. But it looks like Charleston's going to punt this time. I
sure does.
guess they had a mulligan.
Thanks, Philip Britt. Kennett's up 32-0 at halftime over East Prairie.
I could short to one of the up men, and he gets close to first down. I don't think he made it.
I don't either. He got close. I thought he was going to make it there for a second.
That was 88 that got the ball. Well, they did make the first down. Deshaun Henderson.
Boy, it sure looked like he was short. I thought he was short, but I'm not on the field. So.
Well, when they first spotted the ball, it was a yard or two short of where they have it right now. There's Deshaun Henderson. He's a freshman that he plays tight end, but he was in the backfield, and they just hiked it to him short out of the punt formation.
Right. Well, Charleston's going to keep rolling, and they've got a man, and they've got a great
interception.
Bounced off the Charleston player into the hands of, I think that's Windsor.
And Windsor makes the cut, and he's in the end zone. Alex Windsor.
Touchdown, Portageville. What a nice play. That's
really nice
down
play.
The ball.
Well, the Charleston receiver, that's number 5, number 5, and he's Wells, Jonah Wells, had the ball. He was open. And he juggled it, and when he juggled it, Windsor picked it out of the air, got past him, and then weaved his way through the Charleston players. He made about 3 players miss, and he scores a touchdown.
That was very nice. He did a nice job.
That's his second touchdown of the game. Adams in trouble, ground to the right. He throws it across up to the tight end, up to Benthal. He rolled out. Charleston came up to stop the run, and Benthal was all alone back in the end zone. Makes it 10-0. Or let's go back. 16-0.
That's a pretty nice lead starting to finish up this second quarter. How much time we got left, Terry?
We got 2 minutes, 41 seconds left. And, of course, Charleston, They don't have a hurry-up offense.
No.
There's a grind them out, keep the ball for 10 minutes offense.
Uh-huh. And the way it's been going, you get a penalty, then you turn it over.
Right.
But
And the last time, they got the turnover, but it was the pass. The pass was fine.
Yes,
it was just got juggled by the receiver. Murray threw the pass well, and
Windsor kept his eye on that ball when it bounced off his hands to snatch it out of the air, and then take off to the end zone and make a couple good cuts.
Yeah,
score.
Windsor's a nice athlete.
Yes, he is.
We've seen him on the basketball court for a couple of years, and he's a nice athlete.
Sure is. We'll see what Portageville will do. Charleston's got everybody up. They're not expecting a long kick, and we'll see what happens. Well, we're waiting for the official to signal to put it in play. Everybody's ready. Now we're ready. They squib it out there, and they
kicker got it. I think Portageville got it.
I think they did too.
They did.
My.
That was recovered by Sam Hayes, the junior, but Frakes, the kicker, got there first. He kicked it, and it went 10 yards, and he just kicked it and followed the ball, and of course the ball got loose and it was recovered by Hayes, but that was a play that was made by Frakes.
See what Portageville can do with this ball to finish out this half.
And Portageville, has a better passing offense. They can move it in 235.
Sure can. And they're operating out of the shotgun. One man in the backfield, got two to the left, puts one in motion. Fakes the handoff. Got a man deep, and if he runs under it, he's got it.
Windsor again.
Windsor touchdown. That didn't take long, Terry.
No, wait a minute. Went out of bounds.
Oh, out of bounds before he went in the end zone.
But he is in the Case IH red zone.
Yes, he is. Yes. What a nice pass.
Good pass, little play action.
Yeah.
And it's coming back.
Oh, my.
Looks like
another penalty.
That was a nice play. I mean, it's a good play. They had the play action to the running back, and Windsor just streaking down the sideline. He's past the defender.
Yeah, that's to bring that back, that's disheartening for Portageville.
Boy, they're going to bring it back from the point of the foul, so it must have been a holding foul or holding call back about the 45-yard line. About Portageville's 45-yard line, because it takes the ball back to their Portageville's 35.
Sure does. Man, they're way back.
First and 30, maybe.
Man, they've got a long way to go.
It's like Charleston's offside.
And a lot of penalties in this game. And this is just half over.
I hope they have some spare flags out in the cars or in the officials' room, because those are going to get worn out. They ought to have a spare hanky somewhere.
Because they've been using them today.
They've been using them a lot.
Well, Portageville has two out to the left, one in the backfield with him, one on the right. Let's see what he does. He fakes the handoff, and he's looking to the right, and he's got a man if he can run under it. And he does, but he dropped it. Boy, it just went off his fingertips, I think.
Well, he came back for it.
Yeah.
He was defended. That's Windsor is on the receiving end. He was defended pretty well by DJ Williams.
Yeah, Williams was all over him and legally all over him. Don't mean
yeah.
But.
Yeah, he was well defended, and the pass is one of those. And it was probably designed this way. When they get out on the down the field, to throw the ball short so the receiver can come back, because the defender really doesn't doesn't have a good eye on the ball. All he's doing is watching the receiver's eyes.
That's right. Well, we'll line up basically in the same formation, and now we're going to have
flag.
a penalty. Was that delay of game?
I think so.
I think it was a delay of game on Portageville. Yeah, well, we'll see what they do. He backs up. He's looking deep again. He's got some pressure now. He just dumped it off to.
It was just short. He got a lot of pressure.
Yes, he did.
It's Kylan Spell, the defensive lineman, gave the pressure, put the pressure on Adams.
There's a handoff. He cuts it back up the middle, gains 5 or 6 yards, but he's a long way from the first down marker.
Jamarian Smith carrying the ball. Nice run. Right, just less than 2 minutes to go, 1:59.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout, Terry. So
Charleston takes the timeout. That's their last.
Sure is. So we'll be right back at Portageville after this.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
We'll see what's going to happen in this last 2-something to go.
1:59.
1:59, just under 2 as Portageville back. And there's he puts a good leg in that thing. And it takes a bounce, goes dead at the 36-yard line of the Bluejays. So we'll see what they can do late in this first half. Don't forget, Tuesday night at 5:30, Terry McVeigh and Karen Vandiver will bring you the Delta Fair Parade from Kennett. That broadcast will be brought to you by Todd and Atwell, attorney at law.
I want to remind everybody that the Delta Fair will be going on in Kennett Tuesday through Saturday. The 2 demolition derbies on Thursday and Saturday, and tractor pull on Friday night, and armbands Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So, and we didn't have one last year. This is going to be a good one.
I think it will. Charleston kicks it out on the right side.
It's Rico Coleman.
And he dances down the sideline, but he is out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
First down.
Nice run by Rico Coleman. And next Friday night, we will be in New Madrid for a matchup of 2 high-scoring teams when New Madrid welcomes Kennett. And I would say that will be the battle of the undefeateds, because I'm pretty sure Kennett's going to pull it out tonight. They were up 32-0 at half, and New Madrid will probably win tonight over Crothersville. So one of them is going to come away with an L out of that game.
That's going to be a good game.
It is. Rico Coleman takes it to the left side. He turns it, picks up another first down. He's going. And Rico is knocked out of bounds, but not before a very good gain. I believe Rico wants to get in the end zone.
2 identical plays, just run different sides of the field. One came to the right, one went to the left. Rico Coleman just pitch it to him outside and use his speed. And they picked up about 30 yards doing that.
Charleston would love to put a score on this board in this first half to cut this deficit. They're doing like basketball. Give it to Rico.
Chappelle cuts up.
Picks up a pretty good gain, Terry. They're moving the ball very well this time.
Well, that's what they can do. They can pound it, and then get it to somebody like Rico Coleman, who has the speed to get outside.
Right.
And he's in the backfield this play. He was out last, but he's back in the backfield this time.
We may see Rico as they kick it around, and we do see him, but Portageville has got him surrounded, but he breaks loose, and they chase him down. He breaks a tackle close to the first down marker, but he may be a little short.
Well,
he turned nothing into something, though.
Yeah, he ran about 40 yards to pick up 3.
He sure did.
But again, and Charleston has no timeouts left.
Yeah, they need to. They're
getting under 30 seconds. They're going to have to do it. They'll probably throw it on this play.
Yeah. And they do. They roll out to the right, looking to the end zone. Now the quarterback keeps it, takes
lots
it down.
of blue shirts out there.
And he fumbles it, but it's out of bounds. And that'll stop that clock.
16 seconds left. He gets the ball down inside the IH red zone.
Sure does. Remember, the IH red zone, as Charleston gets to the Baker IH end zone, for all your implement needs, see Baker Implement. Nice sponsor of high school football. Well, I got my mind on basketball. I'm talking about Rico Coleman.
All right. Charleston's on the 4-yard line. Got 16 seconds left. No timeouts. You got to think like a coach. Do you try one time to run it, or you want to try a couple of passes? He's going to try to pass.
He throws it.
And it's intercepted. Almost.
It was intercepted and dropped by a nice defensive play by number 1.
Murray pumped that way to the right. His
Sure
receiver
did.
was open when he pumped that way, but then when he came back and threw it again, Charleston, or the Portageville defense was there.
Yeah, they dodged a bullet because Windsor, I thought, had that ball picked off. When we get down here in the Baker IH red zone, we'll see if Charleston can push it in.
You got 11 seconds.
And I believe they got close.
I don't think he did it. Another
fumble.
fumble, and there's a
And
fumble.
guess who's got it? Portageville's got it, they say.
Wow.
Oh, my. I know that's disheartening.
Chappelle was just fighting, knowing that he had to get in the end zone
Sure was.
on that play. Since they ran the ball on that play, that was going to be the last play. It should have been the last play of the quarter, but it's not. There's 2.5 left. But he knew he had to get in the end zone on that play, and was fighting. Sometimes when you keep fighting for that extra yard, the ball gets out, it gets exposed, and the fumble occurs. What is that, 7 or 8 turnovers for
I
Charleston?
think that's right. And we'll see if Portageville may just take a knee, let the clock run out, go to halftime, come back, see what happens in the second half. They had this nice lead.
He's in his own end zone, so he's going to hand it off or take it. Now Adams coming around left side, and he slides down.
That brings us to halftime, Terry. Portageville has a nice lead, and Charleston has a lot to work on this half and try to draw up some plays, and we'll see how the second half comes out. We'll be back at Portageville in a while.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
To make the right decisions for your operation, you need two things: accurate, secure data and the ability to make it work for you. Introducing AFS Connect Advanced Farming Systems from Case IH. AFS Connect puts you in total command of your operation, bringing together your farm, fleet, and data like never before, with ongoing support from your Case IH dealer every step of the way, so you can increase efficiency year-round. Whether you're optimizing soil conditions, managing nutrients, planting, or harvesting, AFS Connect allows you to remotely monitor every machine. You'll have access to location, diagnostics, fuel, and engine data, giving you the information you need to make the right decisions for your operation. Now that's rethinking productivity.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennett. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
We want to make people feel warm and welcome when they walk into this facility.
Being part of a community-based bank for me is the top priority.
It's like you come in here and you're like, everyone knows your name kind of deal, you know? It feels pretty good, you know?
It's just more of a personal touch here with First State Community Bank. We like to take that moniker of a community bank and actually put it into action.
And believe it or not, my kids even look forward to coming up here to the bank. So.
I am Matt Tanner.
I'm Scott Kim.
I'm Becky.
I'm Caleb.
I am Dickie.
And I am.
And I am.
I am First State Community Bank.
If you are needing legal representation, contact Mayor Law Office today. As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Mayor Law Office is proud to announce the addition of Sawyer Smith as an Associate Attorney upon completion of the bar. Whether your legal needs are personal injury, criminal defense, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Dustin and Sawyer are your tried and trusted local attorneys. Please call 624-7876 to schedule an appointment or visit mayorlawoffice.com.
Log on to visitdexter.com to see all the attractions of Dexter and Stoddard County. This region has numerous historical sites to visit, including the Stars and Stripes Museum, the Civil War Cemetery, and other attractions that showcase Stoddard County's history. Dexter is also a great destination for your local getaway to shop for trending merchandise close to home. duck hunting in one of the region's most popular destinations, lodging for an overnight stay, and dining among our reputable restaurants. Remember, the Aquatic Center is great for summer family fun. While you're visiting, stop by the new Welcome Center. Go online, visit Dexter.com.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
To make the right decisions for your operation, you need two things: accurate, secure data and the ability to make it work for you. Introducing AFS Connect Advanced Farming Systems from Case IH. AFS Connect puts you in total command of your operation, bringing together your farm, fleet, and data like never before, with ongoing support from your Case IH dealer every step of the way, so you can increase efficiency year-round. Whether you're optimizing soil conditions, managing nutrients, planting, or harvesting, AFS Connect allows you to remotely monitor every machine. You'll have access to location, diagnostics, fuel, and engine data, giving you the information you need to make the right decisions for your operation. Now that's rethinking productivity.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennett. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
We want to make people feel warm and welcome when they walk into this facility.
Being part of a community-based bank for me is the top priority.
It's like you come in here and you're like, everyone knows your name kind of deal, you know? It feels pretty good, you know?
It's just more of a personal touch here with First State Community Bank. We like to take that moniker of a community bank and actually put it into action.
And believe it or not, my kids even look forward to coming up here to the bank. So
I am Matt Tanner.
I'm Scott Kim.
I'm Becky.
I'm Caleb.
I am Dickie.
And I am.
And I am
First State Community Bank.
If you are needing legal representation, contact Mayor Law Office today. As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Mayor Law Office is proud to announce the addition of Sawyer Smith as an Associate Attorney upon completion of the bar. Whether your legal needs are personal injury, criminal defense, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Dustin and Sawyer are your tried and trusted local attorneys. Please call 624-7876 to schedule an appointment or visit Mayor Law.
Log on to visitdexter.com to see all the attractions of Dexter and Stoddard County. This region has numerous historical sites to visit, including the Stars and Stripes Museum, the Civil War Cemetery, and other attractions that showcase Stoddard County's history. Dexter is also a great destination for your local getaway, to shop for trending merchandise close to home, duck hunting in one of the region's most popular destinations, lodging for an overnight stay, and dining among our reputable restaurants. Remember, the Aquatic Center is great for summer family fun. While you're visiting, stop by the new Welcome Center. Go online, visit Dexter.com.
Well, we're back at Portageville High School. The band just did a nice job on the field. They had the young cheerleaders out there, and they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I love it when the younger kids, the grade school, the junior high age kids get to do something in a varsity basketball or football game out on the court or in the game. It's always fun to watch.
Terry, what do you think about the first half?
Whew. That's especially for Charleston. They moved the ball, and then they fumbled it.
Yeah.
Or an intercept. Then they tried to pass the ball, and that didn't work. I think they had 2 or 3 interceptions, 4 or 5 fumbles that they lost. And, it's just they've got to cut down on the turnovers.
Exactly.
if they want to have a chance. Like I said earlier in the game, they're lucky to have 0 points as much as they've turned the ball over. Portageville, on the other hand, they've moved it some. Mm-hmm. And of course, they got 2 big plays from Alex Windsor to score both touchdowns. One of them on a pass from Adam, 45-yard pass, and then he had that great interception and return later in the late in the first half. But the Portageville, they've had their turnovers. They've had their problems. Both teams have had lots of penalties.
Oh, yes.
And both teams got to tighten up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Charleston is not out of this thing. They've got to dig themselves out of a hole, but they've certainly got the players that can do that if they control the ball and themselves. And they're going to have to get it down. They were on a move, but they ran out of time. They had used all their timeouts, couldn't get a timeout. They were knocking on the end zone down there, but it's going to be I hope not as many penalties in the second half.
I hope not. I think the flags were used like a Kleenex and a flu flu ward.
I think you're right.
They were being used a lot.
Throwing those things. Let's run over some of these sponsors before second half start. Tonight's game is brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, the ag retailer of the future. Trust Nutrien Ag Solutions for access to the best-in-class solutions and service to help you lead the field this season and beyond. And the new advertiser this week is Mathis Funeral Home. Mathis Funeral Home out of Dexter and Bernie. They are able to offer a wide range of services to meet your family needs and customs. They will take the time to plan every detail and to help relieve the burden of your family during your time of loss. For more information, check out their website at MathisFuneralHome.com. Mathis Funeral Home is in Dexter and Bernie, celebrating life and healing grieving hearts. Don't forget about Todd and Atwell, the LLP. They're here to help you. At the law office of Todd and Atwell, you will find representation that cares about people. The team of Todd and Atwell. Don't forget, you can visit them online at toddatwell.com or visit their office in Kennett, Missouri. Stonewall Cottonseed knows owning the early is the key to winning the season. Stoneville gets out of the ground quicker and stands stronger. Stoneville is less vulnerable to weeds, weather, and insects during its most vulnerable time, and that paves the way for a stronger finish. On the early with Stoneville. Terry, we're getting close to second half action. We don't have any more updates. We've had some people tell us the last we've had was, I think Kennett was up 32-0 at half.
Yeah.
And Malden was down 14-0 at half. So that's all we have. If we get any more, we'll pass them along to you.
Cardinals are up 8-3 after 3 in the second game of the doubleheader in Chicago.
They won the first one?
They won the first game, and which was their 13th in a row, I think. Now they're up in the second game, 8-3. They've had homers from Newt Barr and DeYoung and O'Neill.
Yeah, maybe this will be Cardinals' year.
Well, it sure has been Cardinals' month.
It has. They can carry some of that across.
Yeah.
Well, do we need to take another break before the game, or we'll just keep it here and talk about it? Anyway, don't forget about these upcoming events. Tuesday at 5:30, Terry and Karen Vandiver will bring you the Delta Fair Parade that will be brought to you by Todd and Atwell Law Firm. Next Friday night, a big shootout at New Madrid when the Kennett Indians go to New Madrid to take on a very good New Madrid County Eagle team.
That's going to be a real good one.
Oh, boy, you talk about some players on the field. They will be some on that field.
There's going to be athletes on that field.
And then next week is Dexter's homecoming against Caruthersville. That'll be Bobby Halford and Braxton Foster. You can catch all of these exciting events on YHC TV 21 or Sparkle Light Cable or YHC TV YouTube. Also, Go SEMO Fiber 95 and the SEMO Sports Zone YouTube channel.
Hey, Charleston will be kicking off here and start the second half. Portageville won the toss and deferred. They kicked off and did an onside kick.
50-0 at half, did they say? Over Chaffee. That's really not too surprising. Tyler, we were talking a while ago, Terry. Acor Media is really doing a lot of great things for high school sports and got a lot in the upcoming months and years. Nice kick, and it's taken by Portageville, and they get it across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Sam Hayes returning. Yeah, one thing, this past week that Acor Media did was the volleyball game between Gideon and Advance.
Right.
And, Advance been two-time state champion, and Gideon came up and beat them.
Sure did. And I don't know, I heard this, I won't say exactly, but that was the first time in several years that Advance had lost a regular season game.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they've got a nice, and Gideon's been good last few years.
But Acor Media was there.
You bet.
And broadcast it. And that was the first volleyball television broadcast.
There's a snap, and it goes under the quarterback's legs, but he picks it up, and he's going to bring it back to the original line of scrimmage and pick up 5 or 6 yards. And there's a flag. I believe it's going to be a late hit. Well, why not start it off with a flag?
Yeah,
we ended it with one. So
we had one play. Might as well throw a flag on the first one this time. But I think that's a legitimate flag.
I think it is, too. Personal foul. That's going to put the Portageville team in real good position.
Yeah, well, Adams was well out of bounds when he got
hit. He sure was. And the official is marking off 15 yards. Take it to the 38-yard line of the Bluejays.
In the empty backfield for Portageville with Adams in the gun.
2 receivers out to the left. Puts one on the right, gets him, going to hand off to him, and he's going to pick up several yards, but he's about 3 yards shy of the first down.
Well, it was a good run. That's by Smith. He read that well. The Charleston defender had the outside cut off, so he cut through the inside and picks up that 6 yards.
Terry, speaking of volleyball, the next volleyball broadcast will be Burning at Gideon Monday, October 4th.
That's going to be good.
That's going to be real good. And we'll see what else we can talk. Kennett's up 39-0. As the quarterback looks, got a man down there. That is Windsor. He gets the first down, and he's close. It looks like he may have it.
Looks like he has it. Nice throw by Adams.
Sure was. Jordan Jarrett has 4 rushing touchdowns on the night. Does that surprise you?
Not a bit.
Not a bit. Nice player. It's just got a nice team.
Yeah, they do. They're good defensively. They have some couple of all-state caliber linemen.
Sure.
In Thompson and Tidd. Besides Jarrett, who's both defensively and offensively is a star.
Quarterback keeper brings it around to the left side and picks up 3 or 4 yards before his first.
May have gotten the first down.
Yeah.
And he did.
That's all he needed to do. Just want to pick up that first down. Yeah, Seymour has really tapped into that Kennett football program last few years and took some very good players out of there. The one that comes to mind is Maddox. You know,
right.
he toughed it out, stayed up there, doing a nice job now, made the team, got the scholarship, well deserved.
This year.
Well, we'll see what Portageville can do. They're getting close to that red zone. The way they've been moving the ball this half. He rolls to his right, looking for a man. He's just going to tuck it and run, and he slides to nice decision, and there's a flag.
There's the flag. It was a late flag.
Yeah, it was late.
A little delayed action, but Adams slid down, and then the Charleston player hit him. Now he didn't hit him hard or hit him. Nope, they're picking it up.
Yeah,
they just wanted to discuss it. I like that they he threw the flag, and there's about 3 different officials that could see the play, and I think they got it right. He slid down. The Charleston player, kind of hit him a little bit in the back, but he didn't go down and hit him, go down on him, and it certainly wasn't a big hit.
Well, we'll see what they do operating out the shotgun this time. He barks out the signals, got loaded up on the right side. Now he goes to the left side, and
Trey Benthal, tied in.
What a nice pass. He's getting those receivers open out there, and he's delivering that ball to them.
Yeah, the passing game has opened up the whole field for Portageville.
Exactly.
And again, Benthal was there at the tight end. They're using him well. Charleston's having a lot of trouble covering him because they're having to cover him with a linebacker, and he's actually bigger and a little faster than what the Charleston linebackers are.
Looks like Windsor's received another pass.
There's another flag.
Oh, my.
And I think it threw.
Going to eject the player.
Yeah. Number 5, Kimmy.
I didn't see what he done. Did you?
Turner. I didn't see what he did. He may, it may have been something he said.
Could have been.
Because it came after the play.
He's taken his helmet and threw it off and decided to go on and walk down the sideline.
Well, he's got to go.
He's got to go
off the field. Because he was ejected, and that means he can't play next game.
Right. That's what's going to hurt him.
Yeah, that's how you really hurt your team. I mean, he's one of the, Charleston's not a real deep team, and he's one of the guys that's out there playing every play, and because of something he said, that's best we can tell. Something he said, he has to leave the game.
And they're certainly going to need him next week when Haytack comes to Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to be without one of their better players against one of the better teams in the area. And next week, Portageville will be at home against a 1-3 Chaffee team.
Portageville ought to be able to take care of that one.
They hold on to this one and get that one. They'll be have that season evened up.
Portageville Bulldogs are in the Case IH red zone.
Sure are. And for all your implement needs, see Baker Implement at one of their 11 locations. They're on the move, Terry. They're going to
ball on the 9-yard line.
Going to probably push it in there the way they've been moving it, with the help of some penalties.
Yeah, and they've been moving in the air pretty well.
Sure have. Quarterback keeps it, fakes the handoff, and takes it, and he's going to be close.
I think Windsor was wanting the ball.
I think he was too.
And Adams just wouldn't give it to him. I think Adams saw the hole that was up there, and saw that he was going to have the hole. It's of course a run pass option or run option for Adams.
Right. We'll see what happens now with Portageville knocking on the door. Try to extend that lead. Charleston is kind of short-handed at the very best.
Jamarion Smith looks like he got the first down. One official signal in first down, 1st and goal.
Yeah, Charleston.
Ball's on the one.
Is it on the 1-yard line?
On the 1.
Yeah, Charleston looked like got 10 or 11 on the
ball's
sideline.
on the 4, excuse me. Smith trying to get outside. He gets in.
Another touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Jamarion Smith, 4-yard run.
That break the score 19-0. I want to say hello again to our friend Phil Sandy back in Malden.
Portageville's lined up to go for the 2 points, and they're in that, and they're in the formation they used the first time they went for 2. That time it was hiked all the way over to Smith in the backfield. Again, they just give it to Smith away from the line, and he scores the 2-pointer.
That 20, was that say 24-0?
24-0.
Oh my.
You know, I've seen that. You know, we've seen that formation lots of times, but hardly ever, you know, do they actually run the play out of it.
Right.
Usually they'll line up in the formation. That's, you know, where the whole line and maybe one runner is over by the one side of the field. So most of the defense is over there, but the quarterback and the center are at midfield. And most of the time, you see that they break up and go back to regular formation and run a regular play. But Portageville tonight has lined up in that formation twice and scored 2-point conversions twice out of it.
Well, Charleston's on the field, and Portageville's talking to their coach, and we'll see what happens. It's been a all Portageville scoring night. Portageville looked pretty good against this Charleston team. Charleston's had opportunities.
Charleston's had a couple of really good opportunities,
Sure have.
but they've turned the ball over.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to see if they're ready for this onside kick that's worked for Portageville at least twice tonight. 54 is ready for it. He
did it, and
54
he got it. I think
time.
Charleston got that one. Franks he followed the ball.
Yes, he did.
And almost got there like he did on the last time, but the ball was picked up and covered by Lane Morrow, a junior from Charleston.
Well, the Bluejays need a big play to get their dauber back up. You know, they got their dauber down with one of their better players being ejected from the game, so maybe they can regroup and see if they can turn something positive into this game.
Now, sometimes that happens. Sometimes, you know, a positive result comes out of adversity.
Sure does. As the quarterback is under center, he's got two men in the backfield, and he's got a receiver out to the right. Got Rico Coleman in motion. They fake it to Rico, give it. Couldn't see the number, but he gained 3 yards.
Cameron Chappelle.
Chappelle, pretty good player.
He's a good player, and he's kind of the horse in the
he'll take it to the heart of that defense.
Yeah, he's the horse in the Charleston backfield. Rico Coleman and a couple other guys, they're the ponies, the show ponies.
Yeah, that's right.
They can get outside and break long ones, but Chappelle's the horse.
We'll see what happens here. I think we'll probably see Rico Coleman at least this time or the next, and they pitch it out to him, and it's fumble, and Portageville's picked it up.
9 turnovers.
I believe Rico took his eye off the ball, maybe.
Yeah, he did. You know, the pitch was a little bit behind him.
Uh-huh.
Murray didn't have complete control of the ball when he pitched it, and it was a little bit behind Coleman. I think Coleman should have caught it.
Right.
But I think you're right. He took his eye off the ball because, you know, the Portageville player coming right in on him, he knew he was going to get creamed if he caught it.
Yeah, Portageville will start at the 46-yard line of Charleston Bluejays as they put a man in motion, and they comes across. Quarterback keeps it, looks down, and
good throw.
Very good throw.
Good throw, trying to get the tight end Benthal. At that time, Benthal was pretty well covered.
He was.
They had that cornerback who had picked him up was pretty well covered.
Well, East Prairie scored. It's now 39-6 at Kennett with 6 minutes left in the game. So I'm sure they have a running clock at Kennett, of course. And we thank you, Philip Brett.
Oh, there's 6.
Oh, there's 6. Picked it, and he's gone. That's number 1. Touchdown, Charleston Bluejays.
Rami Turner. I think I owe Rami Turner an apology. I think I said he was the one that was ejected. It wasn't Rami Turner. It was Joanna Wells who was ejected. But Rami Turner Rami Turner just picked that. It was a pass out in the flat, and it was underthrown. And one place you really don't want to underthrow a ball is out in the flat. He just picked it and it's gone.
Yeah, there was nothing between him and the end zone but green.
Yeah.
We'll see that what Charleston will do. I'm sure they'll probably go for 2. It looks like they're going to go for 2. Makes it 24-6. And we'll see what they hand it around. They take it in, and I believe he might have not
make it.
24-6. And we'll be back at Portageville after this. Oh, my. Terry, Charleston looked pretty good on that interception, took it to the end zone and could not convert the 2-point play. But maybe that put a little spark in them.
Well, it was good for Charleston to have a turnover go in their direction to be a positive play for them.
Exactly right. We got an update from Scott City 35, Malden 8 after 3. Portageville takes it, and a nice return, gets it out close to the 50-yard line, about the 49.
Good return by Jamarian Smith. He was the up returner that fielded the kickoff on the bounce and just took it up the middle.
Yeah, sure did. And we'll see with Portageville. I think they'll probably wing it out there again. That quarterback's done a nice job, and those receivers, Alec Windsor, has really done a nice job.
He's out here split wide to the left, being single covered.
Quarterback keeper, and he brings it. He's going to pick up short of the first down, but he brings it to about the 44-yard line.
That was another play where Adams was going to hand it off, and the running back was wanting the ball, but he pulled it out of his hands, because he's seeing a seam there that he can get through.
Exactly.
And of course that's what a good quarterback will do. It's like a point guard on a basketball court. You know where you are, and you know where everybody else is.
That's right. Got a man in the backfield with him, and he keeps it now. He hands it off to him, and he picks up the first down.
Breaks outside.
Is that Windsor?
That's Smith.
Smith, and he's going to take it down and knocked out of bounds close to the end zone, but that brings Portageville into the Baker Implement Company Case IH Red Zone. For all your implement needs, see Baker Implement at one of their 11 locations.
About 40-yard run there for Smith.
Sure
nice
was.
Run. He got up the middle, and I was like you. It looked like he was going to get the first down, but be down before he get very much. But he broke outside, and he showed some speed.
Sure did. And I don't know, can tell from up here, it looked like Charleston had opportunities to tackle him.
They did, but he put the burst on.
He sure did.
Shot the ball down the 8-yard line. He gets it again. Charleston has him surrounded again. And he picks up maybe a couple, one.
He fought for a couple hard yards, didn't he?
Yeah, that 1 yard was a whole lot harder than that 40.
Yes.
It's like no gain on that one.
Well, it wasn't for lack of effort.
No. Well, I mean, it was the effort you got into where it was only 1 yard or no gain.
That's right. Well, the quarterback backs up into the shotgun. Barks out to play. Hands off.
That's Smith again.
Smith up the middle.
Not a whole lot there. Of course, they're in 4-down territory.
That middle defensive line pretty good on the last couple of plays.
They've been pretty good most of the night.
Portageville's taking it to the outside when they run it, and the quarterback's done a nice job.
Yeah.
Quarterback keeps it, rolls around, got a man.
And open, I don't know if he got there or not. No, the pass is no good. I couldn't tell if he was inbounds. It's on the far side of the field. And couldn't tell if he was inbounds or not. So again, fourth and 7 from the 7.
They're going to go for it, of course, and, rightfully so.
Oh, yeah.
With a lead like this in the fourth quarter, why not? Quarterback tosses it over. Good defensive play by Charleston.
Yep, it was. That may have been Murray that broke up that pass.
I think you're right. For a second there, I thought they was going to lob that right over to the man, but Murray moved in there and knocked that thing away.
Yeah, and the pass was a little bit behind the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
But as has shown, he has a pretty good arm.
Yeah. We've watched a lot of games this year. There's a lot of high school has some good quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
New Madrid's going to be a good they've got a good quarterback. Kenneth's got a good quarterback. And they're going to butt heads next Friday night.
They're going to butt heads hard, and I think that's going to be a good one.
Oh, yes.
Charleston trying a trick play, and I think they may have got a safety. It is a safety.
This did not work out for Charleston on that play.
Well, that's the kind of play you don't. Well, now they haven't put the score on the board, but they're bringing the ball out to the 20. So it is a safety. They haven't changed the score. I didn't see the signal from the official, but it is a safety, make it 26 to 6. But that's the kind of play. Unless you're really good at it, you don't run a cross-field lateral when you're in your own end zone. That's just not the play to run. You need to, especially, with their strength and they've got the running back Chappelle. They've got running backs that can dig out of that hole, and to run basically a trick play when you're standing in your own end zone.
Better be good trick zone.
Better be a good trick. Better be a really good trick play. You better be really good at it. And from what we've seen tonight, Charleston's strength is not in trick plays.
No. And Portageville will probably come out with some real good field position on this, but Windsor takes
it's a free kick from the 20.
Yeah, and Windsor's what a nice run by Windsor to get that thing down to the 37-yard line. We're going to hit on these sponsors one more time. Remember, Nutrient Ag Solutions, new tonight, retailer of the future. Trust Nutrient Ag Solutions, access best-in-class solutions and service to help you lead the field this season. And to Mathis Funeral Home in Dexter and Bernie. And also our friends Todd and Atwell Law Offices in Kennett and Stoneville Cottonseed. We appreciate you, sponsors. Without you, this could not be done. Portageville's quarterback Looks over to his coach.
Tried to get Charleston almost jumped
Almost
offside,
did,
but they did. He jumped a little bit but got back.
Now we'll see what the Bulldogs pull out of their hat, put a man in motion, put him over behind the quarterback. And now they hand it to him, and he takes it up the middle and runs over the official, uses him as a pick, and gains first down yardage plus.
Go to the umpire and take a left. Use him as a reference point.
That's right. That's how they split the post.
Yeah.
And the officials the post.
Yeah. Nice run by Smith.
Years ago, and more than I want to remember, seems to be some of the plays you learn early is throw it to the center, split the post, stuff like. Remember that, Terry?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll be back at Portageville after this.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Well, we got play is about to resume play here in Portageville, with Portageville holding the big lead. And we'll see what happens.
That safety is a big momentum builder. Portageville had good momentum, but then Charleston put that pick six by Turner. Took the momentum, but then Portageville drove the ball down, turned it over on fourth down, but then the next play they catch Charleston in the end zone to get a safety. And, that means Charleston has to kick from the 20 back to Portageville, and Portageville's taking advantage of that the field position.
It was a bad snap, and the Portageville quarterback falls on it back at the 33-yard line. Pretty good loss on that play.
About 11.
Yeah. They had a new snapper over here they were working on the sideline, and that might be a new one in the game. He might take him that play to, I don't know. Well, they already got number 55s back there, or he's here practicing maybe.
Yeah.
Quarterback rolls, he's looking, now he tucks it and runs, and he gets out.
Gets around, gets on the sideline. He's still going. He's almost in the end zone. He was tight roping, danced down the sideline, but Charleston finally got him out of bounds about the 4-yard line. Great run by Adams.
Sure did, and guess where that got him? Into the Case IH Baker Implement Company red zone. For all your implement needs, see Baker Implement.
Well, it looked like Adams was just going to have a little nice pickup.
Yeah, it did.
6 or 7 yards, but he kept it and just tight roped down the sideline. Got the ball down to the 8-yard line, first and goal. Now another bad snap. Adams has to pick it up. Needs to throw it away. Nope, pitches it to Windsor.
And
Windsor's going to go all the way.
I believe he's going to take it to the end zone.
He's there.
Touchdown, Portageville.
Broken play.
Scored on a broken play. That is something you don't see too often.
No. But bad snap. Adams was running with the ball. I thought that the best thing he could do was, throw it in the ground and just not take the big loss. But he pitches it over to Windsor. Windsor takes it to the end zone.
Got a final at Kennett, 45-6 over East Prairie. So that one's over in Kennett. Thank you, Philip. Last we heard, Malden was behind by 2 touchdowns, 14-0.
Portageville's in the PAT formation they've used twice already for success, and just straight back to the quarterback, over to Windsor. That 2 points.
Tell you what, this Windsor kid and that quarterback both has had really nice games along with some others.
Yeah.
And the last we heard, Hayti was over Chaffee 55-0, and I'm sure it didn't get much closer.
I doubt it.
This Hayti team is a nice team.
34-6.
Oh, boy.
Really didn't think that's the kind of game this is going to be.
I didn't either, Terry. I thought it'd be a reasonably close game.
I thought it'd be a very competitive game. And if it weren't for – this is a big if it weren't for – if it weren't for 9 Charleston turnovers, it
could have been.
It would still be a close game. But that's a big if.
Yeah. Ifs and ands and buts.
Franks will be kicking off again for Portageville.
St. Portageville's done this several times tonight, and they've capitalized on the onside kick. We'll see what they're going to do this time. And he put a leg in it, and he could put it out there, too. Nice kick.
A lot of vertical running. Or I'll take it back. It's horizontal running.
Yeah.
Then he cut up. That was DJ Williams with the return.
So, Terry, Tuesday night at 5:30, you're going to be broadcasting the parade at Kennett, which will be brought to you by Todd Natwell.
Yeah, and of course, they didn't have one last year, so really looking forward to this one.
And we want to remind everyone, if you can't get out to watch it on Core Sports Media. Next Friday night will be a slobber knocker, as they say, when New Madrid and Kennett lock up at New Madrid.
Portageville's defense is fired up.
Yes, they are. You know, I don't know. I'm sure maybe in some of the larger schools in the cities, but you won't see in most areas in the state of Missouri that as good of athletes that will be on that New Madrid field next Friday night.
No.
Kennett and New Madrid.
Yeah, there's athletes on both sides of the ball on that
are.
one.
Both of them very well coached teams.
Yeah, that's just going to be a good game.
It sure is. That's got to be the game of the week.
Sure.
Charleston will operate under center. He tosses it out here. They try to bring it around the right side, and he's brought down. Nice defense by Portageville.
That was Ryland Parton, freshman, coming up from a safety position.
He looked pretty good on that, didn't he?
He looked very good on that. This might be probably the last play of the third quarter, or they may let the clock run out. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
That's going to bring us to an end of the third quarter.
Yeah, 6 seconds left.
Well, we'll be back for the fourth and final quarter here in Portageville with a nice lead heading into the fourth. So we'll be back in a little bit.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
Terry, you would really kind of think that Charleston's just ready to get this game over with and get on the bus and go home.
You know, that's kind of the way the last couple of series looks.
Yes.
And I think that the safety and then going down and Portageville scoring pretty easily. Charleston's not even moving the ball at all.
They're not.
Well, they got third and I think it's like 3rd and 15. And they've gone to run plays with their good running back. Chappelle's a good running back, but they've lost yards in 2 plays.
Right. Let's see. So what they do, the official blows a whistle, so we're ready for action.
And Portageville is fired up on the other side of that ball. There's another backward pass over to Murray. Trying to open up something, but
exactly.
But you got to execute though. Those are hard plays to pull off, and you got to execute them.
Yeah, we'll see how Charleston can put it down here, and Alex Windsor back for the kick. I got a message from my nephew that Jackson over Sykeston 50-7. Again, not much of a surprise.
No surprise there.
Jackson team must be something else. Oh, what a nice kick.
Really nice kick.
Windsor fumbles it, but he's going to chase it down and fall. Now he fumbles it again.
Now he's going to get it again.
He's going to get it again. Had every chance to give up on that play, but that kid didn't do it.
Jumped out of his arms one time. He got it again, jumped out of his arms again. But he stayed with it.
He sure did.
And even though it's 20 yards back from where he first touched it, Portageville still has the ball. That was a nice kick.
Yes, it was. About as good a kick we've seen all night. Well, we may be seeing a few more different players in for Portageville on this fourth quarter.
They've got a new center in the game. Zachary Lovin's a freshman. We saw him here on the sideline practicing snaps.
Yeah.
One game I'd like to know if anybody knows Poplar Bluff and Battle at Columbia. That would be an interesting game tonight.
Yeah, maybe someone will text us and let us know that. Well, we'll see if Portageville are going to be a little conservative, trying to work that clock, but they're going to always try to move that ball.
Smith still in the backfield with Adams. Again, Smith's second effort got him about another 4 yards.
Sure did.
Close to the first down. Smith's had he's had a good game, but he's had a very good second half.
Yeah, he really has. Terry, that New Madrid County Kennett game next week can be watched on Go Simo 95. And the Crothersville Dexter game will be on YHC, as well as will Osceola and Piggott.
There's Smith again.
Oh, he's got some running room. And
he keeps going. He's still going.
Nice run by that young man.
Yeah, if 19 for Crothersville or in Charleston had not caught him, run him down from behind, I think he was going to go all the way.
I do too.
That was Tyron Sager who caught him from behind as he was cutting across the field. There was one Charleston defender back, but I think Smith was going to get by him like he got by about 5 others before he got back there.
I think you're right. Well, we'll finish this out with as Portageville still moving the ball, doing a very good job. Hands off up the middle, brings it over to the right side. What a nice gain, and he may
same
be
play,
gone.
and there he goes.
They run him down, but they had the angle on him, but I thought he was gone.
They run the same play 3 times.
Yeah.
3 straight times, and gained about 50 yards or more. So they're in the Case IH red zone.
They really are. They've been in that red zone several times. Remember, stop and see Baker Implement Company at one of their 11 locations. They're bringing that back. That always hurts.
Well, they're not in the red zone anymore. They're bringing it back. That was a nice run.
Yeah, they were there, but they're not anymore, are they?
They ran the same play 3 times.
They're bringing it back to the, looks like the 31 or 32 yard.
Yeah, the 32. And we didn't see the referee give the signal.
I didn't see it either. They're not been given the signals much.
No. Most likely where the ball is, probably a block in the back.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take it around the other side and pick up 5 yards.
They got about 9 minutes left in the game. They just keep giving it to Smith.
Yeah. Another score will probably run that clock, won't it?
I think so.
You know, Portageville, you got to give them credit. They didn't do a lot of turning the ball over and getting a lot of penalties after the first series of downs in the first quarter. They've kind of settled down, played a good football game.
Yes, they have. In Charleston, this half is not gotten the penalties they did in the first half. First half was just, look like yellow snow.
That's going to bring Portageville first down marker. So Portageville's still running some nice plays to get a little closer to that red zone.
Well,
into the end zone.
They're just giving it to Smith and letting the clock run. And as I say, that wins another touchdown.
Touchdown! What a nice pass.
He got by the cornerback, and the safety was about 10 yards away from him. Nice pass. Of course, Portageville been running the ball. And that's what you can do when you can run the ball like that. You can open up a pass.
This Windsor, nice receiver.
Yes, he is. He's just a good player.
Yes, he is. So we'll probably have the running clock. And we'll see what the Bulldogs are going to do. They're going to run that same play. We'll see.
The same formation.
They've had good success with it all night.
Again, they're getting it over to Smith behind the line, and Charleston sniffed it out and stopped him.
They sure did. Well, listen,
nice
we'll
play
be back.
by we've called his name 88. Deshaun Henderson, a freshman. He's a big guy and athletic. That's 2 or 3 plays that he's made.
Well, we'll be back after this at Portageville.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. we're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Well, we've got Terry, your update.
Yeah, Battle Spartans are up over Poplar Bluff 14-7 at halftime.
Well, thank you, Hunter, for letting us know that. And we've got a final from Scott City. All on the short end of a 35-14 game. So, long bus ride home for the Greenway.
I thought that would be a closer game.
I did too, Terry. I really did. And wouldn't have surprised me if Malden would have won it.
No.
Charleston takes a ball, and he brings it close to the 40-yard line. I believe they're going to mark him at the 38.
Tayshawn Clark returning. He's the freshman.
So we'll see, Charleston. Maybe you can get something going.
Yeah, they're the way they're walking back to the huddle, that's not a good sign.
No. And as we said earlier, they're going to be at home against Hayti next week. And anytime you play that Hayti Indian team, you better be ready.
You better.
Quarterback takes the ball and he fumbles it. And I think he fell on it that time.
Yep, they did.
Kept it that time. So we'll see that Charleston, you got to have a feeling for the players. They make mistakes, but, they're kids. They're young people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a nice fake, and number 8 takes it and gains a few yards.
Nice play by Murray, fake to Chappelle.
Right.
And just kept it. Saw the seam, gets 5 or 6 yards.
Right. Again, we want to thank all the sponsors. We've mentioned them several times tonight, and we certainly appreciate it. And Mathis Funeral Home, we appreciate that. Todd Atwell, been with us all year. Stoneville Cottonseed.
Charleston gets up, ready to go.
And they didn't go very far, did they?
No, I guess they called it quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't anything there. Portageville line held pretty well.
And Nutrien Ag Solutions, new online with us tonight. We appreciate it very much. Nutrien Ag Solutions for access to the best-in-class solutions and service to help you lead the field this season and beyond.
They're going on 4th.
They're going to go,
Well, they got to.
That's true.
You still got to try to win the game. And nothing was happening on that play.
No. And New Madrid was 54-19 over Caruthersville.
How did Caruthersville score 19?
Wondered that myself.
Against New Madrid,
that doesn't surprise me. I'll just say that.
But we saw Caruthersville last week, and they've got really hard times and don't have many players out. But they've got some young, skilled players in skill positions.
They sure do.
They had a freshman quarterback and a freshman receiver, and a couple of other running backs. They had some people in skill positions that you could see a lot of potential in.
He had that one runner, Danny Ricks.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good player.
Right.
Showed some really good moments last week against a good Kennett defense.
Yeah, and their quarterback, I can't recall his name right now, but I think as a running back, he's going to be good.
There's going to be a first down for.
Nice run by that's Rami Turner.
Yeah, very nice run.
Very nice run.
Have you noticed about all the plays tonight's been ran to the other side of the field a majority of the time, Terry? That's not good for a couple of geezers like you and I.
Let's give an update on the Cardinals. They were up 11-4 in the 7th.
My.
Bader and Newtbar homered in the 7th inning. Newtbar's hit 2 home runs this game.
My Lord, they've really been tagging that ball, haven't they?
That's about 4 homers this game.
Yeah.
And they hit 3, I think, the last game.
There's a pickup of 3 yards for Charleston.
And I know that Charleston, they're 450, they're down 34 points. And, the only way you're going to win the game is start throwing the ball. Well,
sure.
They've tried to throw the ball, and that doesn't work very well for them. So they're playing their game right now. And if they'd stayed with, if they just wouldn't have fumbled.
Sure.
Like the.
And doing a very good job this series, moving that ball on the ground, like you say, their game.
Yeah. The turnaround, a couple of turnovers. I don't know if that sentence should go together. But, Charleston's right in the game. They,
sure.
They might have had the luxury of thinking they could stay with the ground game because when they tried to air it out, it wasn't pretty.
Dexter Bearcats got a 37-0 over Donovan in the 3rd. As we'll see what they pull out. They put a man in motion, but they hand it off, and he takes it around over on the right side, but he's a little short of the first down.
It's kind of an old-fashioned offense.
Sure is.
You got a couple of guys crossing in the backfield, and the quarterback hands the ball to one of the 2 guys crossing in the backfield in front of him. Kennett used to run that kind of offense when Roland Johnson was the coach. It's a misdirection offense. It's a running offense. But look, you got the two guys on the end of the line pointing towards the backfield. And there's one going in motion.
Quarterback back to pass. He has got a man, but he's well covered. Intercepted Portageville.
That's why they don't pass the ball. Windsor again.
Yeah.
And he's still going.
And he runs out of bounds. What a nice return. What a nice interception.
Oh, and then he gets creamed on the sideline after he went out of bounds by by somebody who's not in the game.
That is uncalled for.
Yeah.
Absolutely uncalled for.
I mean, he ran out of bounds and then just totally got clobbered. Flags are on the field.
Yeah, that's surely be a
personal foul.
My. Terry, somebody we hadn't heard about is Rico Coleman.
No, we haven't seen much of him
this half.
Yeah, I don't see any ejections coming out of that one. So it must have been a player on the field that ran off the field, because if there's a player on the bench that clobbered him, he'd be out of the game.
Yeah.
That it happens on the far side of the field sometimes. We don't see it clearly.
No, we don't.
But again, Charleston went to the air, tried to get a deep pass. That's not their game.
No, it just does not work out.
2:39 left. And Portageville will win their second game of the season.
Portageville's quarterback looking over the situation.
We got a new quarterback in.
Yeah.
Ryland Parton's quarterback came in. He's a freshman. Hudson Parton is wide receiver number 5 who's come in.
We're going to have a timeout, Portageville, and we'll just go ahead and take our probably one of our last timeouts. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm James Powell, funeral director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennett. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
Well, Terry, we've saw a pretty decent ball game out of Portageville tonight. They started moving the ball. The quarterback's done a good job. He's had some good players, good receptions by several players.
And, yeah, most notably Windsor.
Yes, at Windsor.
Well, he's
good.
He's intercepted passes.
Right.
Can't remember if that's his second. I know it's at least 2 passes he's intercepted because he took one for a touchdown. Has been on the receiving end of 2 passes?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes from Adams. No, 2 touchdowns from Adams. Okay, correct myself one more time. Windsor scored 3 touchdowns on offense on the receptions from Adams, and then 1 touchdown on the interception return.
Natai brings the ball and gives it to number 7, and he cuts across the field and gained 3 yards and was taken down by a Charleston defender.
Number 7 is Parker Hall, a senior wide receiver. Also in the game, Thomas Frakes, a junior. Hudson Parton and Ryland Parton are still in the game. Number 36 we don't have on the program.
There's a handoff, bringing on the right side, and good tackle by the Charleston defender.
Gets a couple of yards.
Terry, this is the 5th game of the season. It's going to wind down pretty quick.
Yeah, we're getting – we're looking at who's ahead in the points on the districts. Boy, that number 1 seed is so important.
None any more important than that one district that Kennett's in.
That district.
That number 1 seed just like last year. Kennett needed that number 1 seed, and by the grace of God, we got it by winning them last 2 ball games against that Class 4 and Class 5 team, Poplar Bluff and Sykeston. And it just, that helped.
Well, you sure don't want to go to Park Hills.
No.
For your district games, for your district championship. You don't want to go to Park Hills. That's a tough place to play. And Park Hills hasn't had the great teams lately like they had, 5, 6 years ago. And they had really, really good teams. But that's a tough place to play, and you want Park Hills coming to Kennett.
Yeah, you bet.
Making that drive. That's that's 150 miles.
Yeah, that game would go over a lot better at Kennett.
Yes. That's why it is so important to win. And that's why those games against the game against Poplar Bluff and of course Sykeston and Dexter.
Right.
Because those are all step up in class.
Well, we'll see what the Bluejays do. They hand it, take it up the middle for a short gain. Clock running down.
6 seconds. That's the last play of the game.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to thank Acorn Sports for all they do for high school sports. And remember, what did I say, Terry? The 4th of next month was Gideon and Bernie.
Yes, volleyball.
Tuesday night, Delta Fair Parade. Terry will be there. Next Friday night, of course, we talked about a lot. New Madrid will host Kennett for a very good game. And Feathersville will go to Dexter for homecoming, and you can catch all those on YHC TV Channel 21, YHC YouTube, and go SEMO Fiber 95, SEMO Sports Zone. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to one game here. And what do you think?
Just pray that the Charleston bus driver doesn't fumble the keys.
Yeah, I agree. We'll be back to wrap this up in just a second.
We want to make people feel warm and welcome when they walk into this facility.
Being part of a community-based bank for me is the top priority.
It's like you come in here and you're like, everyone knows your name kind of deal, you know? It feels pretty good, you know?
It's just more of a personal touch here with First State Community Bank. We like to take that moniker of a community bank and actually put it into action.
And believe it or not, my kids even look forward to coming up here to the bank. So.
I am Matt Tanner.
I'm Scott Kim.
I'm Becky.
I'm Caleb.
I am Dickie.
And I am.
And I am.
I am First State Community Bank.
Well, Terry, we've got one more game behind us. Game that wasn't very pretty.
No.
Especially on one side of the ball. But hats off to Portageville. They started playing a good game. They got to moving that ball on the ground, and the quarterback was out there, and he was hitting those players, Windsor and some of those others, and they moved the ball very well and came away with a decisive win over Charleston Bluejays.
Yeah, they came out, they were up 16-0 at halftime, but that was mostly because of Charleston turnovers, and there was numerous penalties in the first half by both teams. But then in the second half, Portageville's timing got better, they got momentum, and they got confidence. And Adams threw the ball very well, especially to Windsor, and that's why you ended up with a 40-6 game.
Yeah, that moves their win-loss record a little better, and they'll be going to Chaffee next week, or having Chaffee here. I'm sorry, and they could good chance to win that ball game. And Charleston, is going to host, as we said, Hayti, and that's never very good.
That's not good. That's nothing to look forward to.
No, but teams are starting to improve. Portageville starting to improve. Going to win some more games. And Mullen was defeated tonight, or they were beaten tonight by Scott City. That's going to, and they're in the same district as Portageville and Charleston. That could move the Portageville bunch up there pretty close behind Mullen.
Yeah, and where you are, one or two positions in the district can be really important in postseason.
Sure, that's right, and they want to battle to try to keep out of that bottom slot of that district, because who you will play will be Hayti in round one, and
right.
And we'll just have to see. Mullen's got a chance to knock off Hayti, some of these other schools, but until you knock them off the mountain, they're the king of the mountain.
Now they're the elephant in the room. I mean, that's you can't think about Class 1 District 1. You can't talk about it without talking about Hayti.
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, the deal about the bus driver fumbling the key, Phil Sandy liked that at home. He just texted and told me. But it's always good to do a high school football game. Terry,
yes.
You and I have been up and down the road a few times. Look forward to it every week. As soon as we get football season behind us, we're going to roll out that round ball. We're going to do some of that.
Well,
it'll be very exciting.
Done plenty of games, and of course, attended dozens of games at Portageville. Here at Portageville. This is my first football game at Portageville at Jim McKay Stadium. They got a nice facility, and beautiful night and fun to do the game.
It sure is, Terry. It's always good. We hope everyone has a safe trip home, and the Charleston people's got a pretty good drive. We wish them well. We hope they have a nice drive. Hope they have a safe drive. So, Terry, for me and you, good night, everyone. We'll see you down the road.
If you are needing legal representation, contact Mayor Law Office today. As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Mayor Law Office is proud to announce the addition of Sawyer Smith as an Associate Attorney upon completion of the bar. Whether your legal needs are personal injury, criminal defense, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Dustin and Sawyer